this ain't gonna work either. What's up with these people? They did an update and it's messed everything up. I talk with my hands. I can't move my hands in and out. Oh well, it's not perfect. I hate it when it's got the black sides when I do a video. Anyway, I'm gonna have a drink of water. Okay. Still not right. I look like I'm looking down. I'm going to have to change some things, so it's going to be wiggly for a second. That's a little better. Half the screen is my backdrop. Hey, Boston, Scotland. Hey, this is kind of cool. I got to remember to look up. Raleigh. I don't know why it wouldn't go sideways today. I like it better when it's landscape style. But we'll make do. I don't like the black sides either. Yep. Let's just say, I had the wise idea at 20 minutes after 1 o'clock my time my hair needed washed and it just wasn't, it was funky looking, and I had, gotten up this morning and brushed it, but I didn't really pay attention to it, not remembering it's Thursday. And so I decided, just get in the bathtub. See, I'm talking with my hands and you can't see me. This makes me sad. Anyway, so I jumped in the tub, washed my hair, thought I'll be here about 10 minutes. It turned into 15, 20 minutes. I got out at 10 to 1. And then I was rushed and I opened the bathroom door and it set off the smoke alarm. Too much moisture in the air, I guess. And then my phone wouldn't turn sideways. And yesterday it was kind of crazy. What do you do when you have one of those days? You get up and the internet doesn't work. See, I'm pointing and you can't see me point. You get up and the internet doesn't work. And then you get the blue screen of death on your computer later that day. And you got 50 million people trying to talk to you on text and on your phone text and on Slack and then email and whoo-wee. So I just had to lie down. Yep. Just had to take a little CS, and I thought, I'll set my time. I told Liz, I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. And the little puppy came and joined me on the couch, and Robert was out cutting something somewhere in the woods. Next thing I know, it's 45 minutes. I guess I needed it because my nerves were in a tizzy. Do you ever just get those tizzy days where you just... You want to scream or you want to cry. You don't know what you want to do, but you know that it's rough. It's just rough. So today I thought, well, I'll be good to myself and I'll just hop in the bathtub and calm myself down a little bit. And it was nice, hot water, but I'm used to taking my bath in the evening so that I can relax. So I may have to get me a cup of coffee during the show, even to keep me going. Who knew, Anyway, I'm back and we're not doing it long ways. We're doing it short ways, and I just got to deal with it. So I'm asking for a hedge of protection from all of y'all. Keep me from being in a tizzy, and so I can get some stuff done. And, lots of things are happening. We've been really busy this week doing some things that I think you're going to love. And I'll just, I've been working on the book. The book is about to come together. Look at this wet hair. The book is about to come together, and I had during Easter, I forgot about these 10 pages I needed to edit. And this week started out Monday morning, 90 miles an hour, and I thought, okay. And I forgot all about the edits. And then yesterday my editor sends me a little message, and she says, did I not get your edits? Because I'm really Johnny on the spot most of the time. I get them done within a day and get them back to her. And so I said, I forgot about them. I procrastinated. I will get them to you in the morning. So she's on the West Coast, so she got them by about 10 o'clock this morning, which is her start time to her day. And so I was excited to get to, everybody procrastinates every once in a while. It's just, life happens, and you're going 90 miles an hour and it gets put off to the side, or you throw away what you're supposed to do, because that's what I did. I had printed out the sheet of paper with my edits, and I play the little game with the tiles, the wooden tiles, and I get them done, lickety split. It's wet though. My hair's all wet. It's all wet. So it's just how it goes. Now, my house is in order. The floors are done. Little piddles have been picked up, and little stink pickles have been picked up, and we're still trying to train her. She is stubborn, I'm telling you. But it'll be okay. We're staying on top of things. Got to get some more water in me. Now, here's what we're going to do. Liz should be on here, and she is going to pin your questions to the top of the page so that I can see them. Or maybe she already has. Games make everything. We have this coupon code, make it fun, all together in one word. And that coupon code will save you $15. Not $15, 15%. Your hair is drying and getting fluffier by the minute. Yeah, well, I guess it is. It dries. It's always dried pretty fast. I used to have really long hair when I was a kid, and it would go down to my butt. And I would sleep on the bed backwards where I could hang my hair off the bed and not feel like I was being choked by it. And I would go to bed with it wet, and it would make it straight. It was already straight, but it wouldn't get all messed up when I was sleeping. Now, if I go to bed with my hair wet, I wake up and I look like a chicken with them, all twisted every which way. It's kind of crazy. So, what is the wooden tile game? Well, Robert cut me some little tiles. Think of them as Scrabble tiles. He had a piece of oak that was square, and he cut me 12 little tiles and cleaned them up and made them all smooth for me, buffed them off, and then I wrote 1 through 12 on them. Yeah, according to how many items I have to do, I put that many tiles in the bowl. And I make my list of 1 to 10 is what I was working on today. And I draw 1 tile out and I go do number 2, or I go do number 7. And I take my pink highlighter and mark them off. Now you can do this with your the things you need to get done in the house. So just sit down with your cup of coffee sometimes and just glance around the room, work your eyes around the room clockwise, and write down 6 things that need to be done in your living room. It can be pick up toys, it can be empty the dishwasher. You just make your little list and then draw 1 little tile or 1 little piece of paper with 1 on it. It doesn't have to be a wooden tile. That's our perfectionist wanting it to be like FlyLadies. And then from Tennessee, the other side. So Heather, where are you? I'm from Tennessee, the other side. I'm from West Tennessee. I grew up in Tiptonville, Tennessee. So back to my little game. I get sidetracked reading these comments. I'm telling you. You just draw something out. Maybe you make a list of them and cut them up into pieces and put them in a bowl and draw 1 out. You can do this doing your weekly home blessing hour too. And it makes it fun for you. You don't have to, be like, oh, I got to do this one more thing, or going down a list one thing at a time. It kind of makes me feel sad sometimes when I do it that way. I don't know why. I don't have a clue why. Well, that's not going to work. I was going to put a happy face up there on the top so I didn't keep looking down at the bottom. Anyway, that didn't work. Oh well. Best laid plans, mice and men. Let me see if I can tear this half in two. I need a focus point. Yeah, I'll look at that now. That'll look better because my eyes are not doing right. Anyway, so let's see what Ann says. Do you recommend people buy a control journal or struggle to make their own? I'm a super busy mom of 3 little ones, 4, 2, and 1, struggling to just do daily things. I don't recommend you buying a control journal or anything. I mainly recommend, one of the things I edited today was Post-it notes. Put you some Post-it notes up. You don't have to have a great big control journal, but we have it there if you want it. But you don't have to have it. I started out with Post-it notes, just Post-it notes, and I had them on the bathroom, in the kitchen, on the bathroom mirror, in the kitchen. And after a while, you'll get too many Post-it notes up, and you'll have to get rid of them. But it'll help guide you through this process of learning how to get organized. Now, I do recommend the office in a bag because our desk looks so junky, but if we can put a bunch of little things in our office in a bag and keep some sheet protectors in there to hold greeting cards and little things, and you can take it with you. Greeting cards, get well cards, welcome baby cards. I had to do one of those the other day, and I had one in my control journal. So having this control journal that has all your stuff in it, your office in a bag, makes it easy. Now, some people like to put their control journal in their office in a bag, but a control journal can be anything. Do you have a little 4x6 photo album in your house that you're not using? Just a little one, 4x6. That's a great way to have a control journal. And then you can put that right by on your kitchen counter, so you can open it up and see what you've got to do for your morning routine. It's just another way of people seeing what needs to be done every day, and without you nagging them. They can open up and see, mom's got to start a load of laundry, or the dishwasher has to be emptied, all of these little things, and before you know it, your morning routine's done and you've had somebody help you. But it's just simple little ways. This shirt is really big on me, and when I sat down, it went right up behind me. So let's see, Marla, I'm on the 14th year of going from 2 days of work a week to 4 days of work each week. I do really good with the routines on my days off, but not so much on the work days. What would you suggest to help me with that when I go to 4 days a week? Well, you're not going to bed early enough when you got to go to work the next day. You need a routine. Now, we go to bed at the same time, whether it's the weekend or it's a weekday, because our routine really never changes. It just really never does change. And consistency is the key. So you need 8 hours of sleep, and you need to factor that in. If you need to get up at 6 o'clock to get out the door by 8 o'clock, then you need to factor that in. So if you've got to get up at 6 o'clock, you need to be in bed by 10. It's just that simple. So practice doing that. You can really do that if you will just be consistent with your routines. And you've got to get up and hit the floor running. Make your bed. That's our habit for this month, is making your bed as soon as you get up. And then going to the bathroom, getting dressed. Get up and get dressed as soon as you wake up, instead of dragging around, oh, I got to have a cup of coffee before I can get started. Well, that's just a bunch of bull. You don't have to have a cup of coffee before you get started. Your coffee can be your routine, your reward for at the end of your routine for getting it done, and sit down and have your cup of coffee. That's what I do. I love to get my coffee brewing and doing my routine while it's brewing, and it makes it wonderful. It really does. Last week, I asked you all to post pictures of your Maid beds, and we had 100 pictures posted. 100 pictures of your beds that were made. It was posted within an hour. I'm so proud of all of you for making this bed. This bed being made makes you feel better about your bedroom. It's the same way about getting dressed. I looked in the mirror at noon and I thought, well, I can't go on camera looking like that. I needed to wash my hair, and I thought, well, I'm piling on. Watch this. If I'd have just washed my hair, I wouldn't have been late for the show. So I piled on myself, because I'm just like you. I piled on and said, I'll just get a bath and relax a little before the show. Be a little chill when I do the show. Well, wrong. I ended up being rushed and in a tizzy, and then the smoke alarm went off and scared the cat, and still in a tizzy over it. But I'm getting better, just getting better. Bridget, I understand what it's like to be single and have no motivation. I understand that. Let me read your whole question. I have little motivation to a clean house because I'm the only one living in my house. Any tips to help motivate me? I seem to have lost my enjoyment of keeping a clean house. I suggest you invite somebody over for a dinner party. That's incentive. And keeping your house clean. Once you get it clean, and keeping it is a breeze. It really is. If you will pick up after yourself and put it away. So one of the things I did while I was getting dressed to be on camera is I had to put my makeup on. And I brought my makeup in here to my vanity that's just right across from me. But it usually stays in the bathroom because that's where I do a lot of my makeup on the fly when I'm getting ready to go to dinner or something. And I grabbed up my makeup and I was going to put it back in the bathroom because I usually don't bring it in here. And I walked past the bathroom door because I was going to get my phone and my water to come back in here. And I took 2 steps back the bathroom door and looked at my hands and thought, you're going to lay your makeup down somewhere in the living room and you're not going to be able to find it. So I backed up, opened the door, hoping the smoke alarm wouldn't go off a third time, and put it in the bathroom in the drawer where it belongs. So it's kind of funny how I recognize what we do to ourselves because I do it to me. Let's see what Heather has to say. Hey, she's the one from the other side of Tennessee. How do you get your darling husband to put clothes in the hamper right next to where he piles clothes? You need to get over it. If he's getting them and he's piling them right beside where they go, just let it go. Just put them over in the hamper. It doesn't take long to do that. It's not taking any skin off your back. You just, you can't beat him up. He's my husband, he's retired, but he is out in the woods every day. He's working on some rock walls he's building from rocks he finds on the property. And he he stays busy. And when he comes in dirty and nasty, sometimes he takes his clothes directly to the wash machine and puts them in the washer because they're kind of rough. They're just kind of, it's drying. Look at that. They're just rough. So you can bless him by just putting them in the hamper. It's you that gets bothered by them being on the floor, not him. You understand that? Okay, let's see what else she's on. Margaret says, how do you clean and declutter with someone else who doesn't want to declutter because it's all good stuff? Oh, yeah. He was raised by somebody who was raised by somebody who went through the Great Depression. You know, that Great Depression really set the tone for all of us because we've been told that we have to save everything for good, that we have to, we have to hold on to stuff because that's really good and we paid a lot of money for it. I was working on an essay for the book this morning, and one of the essays is about our pillows. Well, how much money have we wasted on pillows? And then we get them and we don't like them. Yeah, we get them and we don't like them, and then we don't want to get rid of them. What I should have done instead of giving them to friends and family and they were new pillows, only been slept on one time, was to make dog beds out of them. I had down pillows and just all kinds of pillows. My first pillows were made from a feather bed. I made them. My mother-in-law gave me a feather bed when Justin's dad and I got married, and I turned it into 6 pillows for our home. And feathers were everywhere. Pillow ticking and feathers, but those pillows lasted a lot. They're probably still being used, 45 years later. The main thing is you got to have pillows. You got to have pillows. And we buy pillows, cheap pillows, expensive pillows, all kinds of pillows, but it's tough. It's tough to find the one that fits your head. But I'll tell you, when I bought my pillow from the My Pillow guy, I've never slept better. My son says the same thing. I'm a side sleeper. He's a back sleeper. But dealing with people who don't want to get rid of stuff, you get rid of your stuff. You don't touch his stuff. You just keep doing what you're doing and start taking care of your things, not everything that he's, that not wanting to get rid of his stuff. But have him a place for his stuff. Maybe it's a garage. Maybe it's a basement. Maybe it's a room that's his man cave. You have to let his stuff be his stuff, and you quit trying to get rid of it because that's going to cause problems. Now, let's see what this one is. Maybe it's just short. How did I get my nickname FlyLady? Well, that's real easy. I used to teach people how to fly fish. Yes, casting a fly rod. And I was a fly fisherman. Yes, I'm a fisherman, not a fisherwoman or a fisher person. I was a fisherman and very proud of that name because I could fish as well as any man on the stream, and I could teach others to do it in 5 minutes, which most teachers couldn't do that. But that's how I got my nickname, FlyLady. Now, one of my members over the years, long time ago, her name was Linda, I believe. She came up with the acronym for FLY, Finally Loving Yourself. It couldn't be any better, could it? It's like God planned it. I didn't do it. God planned it. Okay, here we go. We got another question. I'm a mother of 2, 20 months and 2 months. And I started about a month before my youngest was born and was feeling pretty good about how I was doing. But as soon as he was born, I felt like I fell off the wagon. Well, first off, there is no wagon. I have been trying to get back into it, but it's hard even to keep up with the extra diapers. Anything you could suggest to at least jumpstart? I lost it. I didn't read all of it. Oh my, it went away. Anyway, the person you need to be talking to is little Miss Liz, the one that's pinning these questions. She is the one that is, she pinned it back for me again. Let me finish it. Anything you could suggest to at least jumpstart me while having a toddler pulling on my shirt? You get your toddler to help. And Liz has made many videos of Mikey helping her over the years. And you get your toddler involved in what's going on. The toddler can pick up toys. You get them involved. They want to be right with you. So turn your get a little cheap feather duster for them at the store. Get a little broom, or take our broom and take a link, shorten the handle, or take the carpet sweeper and make it shorter for them by removing one of the segments. It will, when you get them involved in doing things, they're at the age where they're not going to think it's work. They're not going to think it's a chore. We don't like that word chore. We really don't like it. So you get them involved in what's happening. If you're folding clothes, if you're using real diapers, more power to you, because those real diapers are much softer than the ones that aren't. So enjoy the time you've got with these little ones, and you can be a big part of training them the way they should go, because they're not going to dread housework, because it's not going to be work to them, because you're going to make it fun for them. I promise you it'll work. Okay, so I have 5 kids under 11. Let me see. 5 kids under 11. How do I keep control of dishes without a dishwasher, without feeling like I'm spending my life doing dishes and laundry? I have the cure. Okay, I want you to clean out from under your sink. Yes, you heard me right. You're going to get a dishpan at the dollar store. Do you hear me? $1 dishpan. So you probably have one in the house that you got when you came home from the hospital. But get a dishpan. I want you to clean out from under the sink. And I want that to be the place where you put your dirty dishes. Now, you got to make sure there's no food growing on them or nothing. So you got to wipe the dishes, scrape the dishes good and put them in there. And then when you start your sink full of hot soapy water to do the dishes, to clean up as you're cooking, you can wash those dishes right quick. And quit whining about it. Because if you've got dishes, you got little mouths to feed. If you've got dishes, and if you got 5 little kids and that's 6 of you at home and 7 with daddy, everybody gets a cup that's got their name on it. Maybe it's only a temporary name, but hey, it's a name, and you only use 1 cup a day. That's only 7 cups. Makes it easy. Wendy says, I'm the one who keeps everything. How do you teach yourself it's okay to let go? Okay. You have to see the joy that you bring to people when you give things away. Giving things away becomes as powerful as holding on to things. And when you give things away, it gets a new purpose. It becomes a gift and not clutter. I'll never forget one time I had this beautiful cup, and it had been given to me by somebody that had been mean to me. And I thought the cup was beautiful, but I didn't want to throw it away. So I left it on the desk of my favorite professor at college. And Miss Rebecca got the cup, and she didn't know it was me, but she said, "Whoever left me this pretty cup, thank you." So I got to give her a little joy, and it was a nice thing to do, and I got rid of clutter. That's a main thing. Get rid of clutter. Okay, let's see. Small ants coming out now. No special pattern either. What is the best way to get rid of them? Well, I would get on Amazon right now and order some ant killer. You got little houses that you can put in paths. You can get rid of ants before they ever get started, but you just got to go on Amazon and get it, because when it comes later this summer, you'll be able to find it. But it's just some little ant ant houses that has a little ant killer. Now, a way to kill ants is use boric acid, and it's a powder you get to whiten your laundry. And it's at the grocery store. And you can mix it with powdered sugar and put it in a little jar lid and put it out of the way of animals and underneath your sink and different places where you see the ants coming in. And they'll take that back and they'll die. The pillow you mentioned, is it the one advertised the man talking about his pillow? Yes, that's the one. Yes, it is. That's the one. So I really like it. I mean, it's the best pillow I have bought. And now you can get 4 for a specific, borax powder. That's it. It's boric acid is what it is. You can get it in a little can. You can get you can order that on Amazon. But Amazon has these little not roach motels, but they're little ant things where they go in and they get the sweet stuff and they take it back to the nest. And it'll kill lots of things. You can get them for outside too, for the big carpenter ants. I don't know about the killer ants and the bad poisonous ants that are in the south, but they can be mean. Do you have a favorite cleaner that smells nice? No. I like Windex. Windex is my favorite thing. But for cleaners, I just use old shampoos, and I about run out of that, so I'm using Dawn dishwashing liquid in my toilet bowl brush cleaner for right now. Yes, it really does work. I don't know why that's popping up there. But yeah, let's see. Boiling water for, I don't know what the boiling water for is. Well, does anybody have any more questions? Well, this is going fast. Now, let me tell you a fun way to make your bed. That's our habit this month. Before you get out of the bed, pull the covers up to your chin, and then move your feet and hands like you're going to make a snow angel in your bed underneath the covers. And then slide out the side, and then straighten up the pillows, and pull your bedspread up because you folded it down so you can pull it up easily, and your bed's made in less than 2 minutes. It really is. It's good. It's real good. How do you organize all the extra sizes of clothes? Did anybody ever tell you can't organize clutter? You can't organize clutter. If you have like 10 sizes of clothes in your closet, you need to get it down to the one you're wearing right now. And maybe one size lower because you're taking good care of yourself right now. So let go of those different sizes of clothes. And as your kids outgrow the clothes, I have a friend, and she has a 4-year-old daughter, a 2-year-old daughter, and now she just had a baby boy. None of the boys' clothes, none of the girls' clothes are going to work on this little baby boy. Although she did put him in a girl's sleeper the other night. But that's okay. It's just going to sleep. But here, and don't call me sexist, just don't do it. But if you want to save clothes, they need to be multi-gendered clothes. And don't do this though. Bless someone else with the clothes so your closets aren't overrun. Holding on to all these clothes is what's going to kill you, because we don't organize them. We just keep them in the kids' drawers, and then it makes it harder for them to get dressed. So let go of this mindset. Bless someone else. Go to a swap meet to get the clothes you need for this year or for the next few months or for this season even. And trade up. And bless someone else with your abundance, because clothes are expensive. And use a good laundry detergent. I mean, soap is soap, but I gotta have my free and clear Tide. That's my favorite thing because I'm allergic to so many different laundry products and body products and all kinds of stuff. So I just kind of, when I find something that works, I stick with it. Like my shampoo, it's Aveda Rosemary Mint Shampoo. I use a quart a year, 32 ounces a year. I buy one bottle a year. I don't buy 10 bottles of 15 different things. I buy one bottle a year, which saves on my clutter. And I don't use conditioner because it feels slimy to me. It's a texture thing. Okay, my sweet 5-year-old is making me several notes and crafts every day. If I don't keep them, she knows which ones I didn't keep. Somehow. I don't want to hurt her feelings, but she doesn't get I can't keep it all. I try to collage some of it, try to take pictures, but she still says it hurts her feelings if I throw it away. Well, tell her to pick them out, the ones that are her favorites for you to keep, and every week you get to keep one to put in a scrapbook. And then all those pretty pictures that she's made, she could send them to your sister or to your or to her grandmother, and just she can bless someone else with them. If she keeps them generic and doesn't say mom on them or just says I love you and that sort of thing, they'll work for anybody. But let her pick out her favorite ones. Give her ownership of that to save as a special thing, and then let her bless someone else with her pictures. And it's a great way to do with kids' papers coming home from school. How do you make your bed when you have a person who works nights and sleeps late? Well, you let them sleep. You put a fan in their room and you shut the door and let them sleep. And then when they finally get up, just before you go to bed, you can make it up. It's all about consideration and being kind to them. You do what you got to do. Let's see. Have we got another question here? I'm trying to read some of your comments. I don't see any more questions. Anyway, so back to, I have a question for you. Pay attention. I want you to post right quick what you would like to see Liz and I make videos of. We've had some good ones this week. We had all the pictures of all the beds that were made. Liz, last week, she took her makeup off with a silver rag. Then I had a feather dusting that I did last week before the show started, and I chopped it up and then put that in a little video. I made 5 or 6 videos this week. Then Liz's mom, Mikey's mom, let Mikey paint her face. And she took all the finger paint off of her face with the silver rag. And that was just the cutest video. And then yesterday, the baby was sleeping and Liz had to vacuum her carpet in front of her couch. And it was adorable. In less than a minute, she had that carpet clean with the carpet sweeper. So these are some fun videos. So tell us what you want to see a video made. And Liz and I will get after it this next week. Because she can make pictures and make little videos. And Liz, you're going to be learning how to put them together into videos too. Because I'm going to teach you how to do that. Any fun spring cleaning games that we should try? Well, the main thing about games is getting some music going. That's the fun part. If you can turn anything into a game. We've all got weeds that need to be pulled right now, getting ready to do our gardens. With it being springtime, soon's going to be bathing suit weather, so the kids' bathing suits probably don't fit right now, but you're going to be getting them new ones. And when they get new ones, you can get them to clean your floor in your kitchen with putting down some shaving cream, or make some shaving cream out of some baby shampoo and a little water, and beat it up with the mixer. And they can finger paint and do all kinds of stuff with this shampoo on the floor. And then you give them some old dish rags, or tear old towel into, and let them have a ball. Slipping and sliding on your kitchen floor will be cleaner than you've ever seen. And then you just take an old towel and get them to wipe it all up. Mopping a floor is no more than putting soap and water down and getting soap and water up. That's it. That's it. Okay. You used to have, I don't read well. I really don't read well out loud. You used to have hand towels with the days of the week. I finally wore mine out after years. Will you bring them back? We're not bringing the days of the week back, but we are bringing them back. And they're on order, and we should have them soon. But they're just towels that I adore, because mine are looking kind of ratty too. They'd be great for the slipping and sliding on the bathroom. Okay, let's see. What else? We're working on a new product. And it's a tool that you've been asking for. And we should have it by next week, I'm hoping. But how many of you would pay $4.99 a month? $4.99. And you can discount it and any other things we got going. $4.99 a month to get one email a day. I want to see some thumbs up or frowny faces. Whichever would you pay $4.99 a month. The system sends out 5 to 6 emails a day, the way we have it now. And people have begged for this for a long time. And I used to do something called FlyLady Light, but it would take me 3 hours every night to pull that together. But we came up with this idea, and I've been practicing doing it, and it's not taking me a terribly long time to pull it together. And it's working. And the message will always still be free. It's okay if you wouldn't buy it. That's fine. Because we're going to send out, 5 or 6 emails every day. It used to be 15. But if you'd be interested in it, give me a thumbs up. And we'll probably be rolling it out next week. I don't know how it's going to work, but hey, we're going to give it a try. We're just going to give it a try. I know you've been asked this 1,000 times, but will the app go to Android at all? But will the app go? This isn't an app that we're talking about. This is email that's coming to your phone. This is email that's coming to your phone. It's not going to be an app. It's not going to be an Android thing. This is just email. And hopefully one day I'm trying to do some research on how to get the app, our FlyLady app, built for Android, but I've not been having any luck with it. But I'm going to be asking some experts soon about it. I'm trying to read some comments here. How is it different? It's going to be one email that comes out in the evening to get you ready for tomorrow. So it's going to have tomorrow's musing in it. It's going to have tomorrow's Habit of the Month testimonial in it. And it's going to have the flight plan for tomorrow with your reminders. So it's all going to be, and it's going to have like a video of the day. I've been playing with it. So I'm hoping that you'll love it, and we'll see how it goes. But if you don't, that's okay too. Because we're still going to, and once the month is up, if this really hasn't helped you any, you'll go back to the regular emails, getting them every day. No harm, no foul. But we tried something new. We mix it up a little bit, and maybe when you have a little ownership of it, that it becomes something that's just not thrown out there for free to you, that you'll actually use it That's a psychological tool, some people say. People have to have ownership of it. It's like getting your children into the kitchen to help you cook. If they're helping you prepare the food, they have ownership of it, and then they really want to be, they really want you to eat what they prepared. So that little bit of ownership, even if it's just $4.99 less 15% discount, whatever that works out to be. Most of the time we have a 15% discount going, so it's less than $4 a month. That's probably 16 cents a day. You'll get one email a day, and we'll see if it keeps you from being overwhelmed. That's my main thing. I don't want you overwhelmed, and I know some people get overwhelmed with 5 or 6 emails a day. I'm sorry about that, but it's the behavior modification that works. So you could try it for a month and then let it lapse, and you'll just go back to the normal way. How to clean walls. My hallway used to be white. Well, cleaning walls, you got to figure out what's getting them dirty. Now, if you got a dog that's rubbing up against them, and if they're white walls, you may want to use a silver rag and just wet it. You don't even have to put soap on it, and you can get stuff off of that wall. You really can. So try it. Get your silver rag out. We got a big deal going on, great deal going on. They're half price. So you can get 3 silver rags for $7. How do you clean the dust off of a popcorn ceiling? You can try the feather duster. It will do some things, but if it's a greasy dust, you can't. All you can really do is scrape the popcorn ceiling off. And when I got popcorn ceiling in here, and when they took the popcorn ceiling off the rest of our house, we didn't take it off of this room and our bedroom because it was the only 2 rooms we were living in at the time. But the feather duster will do pretty good. But they rented a machine that could take it off easily. And then they painted the ceiling, and then they redid our ceilings in the rest of the house, which I think they're beautiful. It's called a knockdown ceiling. But try the feather duster. It might work. It might not, though. I've known some people who've tried using the rub scrubber on them. But that's a lot of, I just wouldn't use anything hard on it. But a light dusting with a feather duster may do pretty good. I don't think I can. I might try it after a while. You may have answered this. Let's see. How do you deal with the emotional attachment I have to a lot of my clutter? I have many things that have belonged to my mother and grandmothers that I know I don't need, but fall apart when I start to get rid of it. You're not ready to get rid of it. That's just it. You can't keep everything, though. Don't keep the last Kleenex box your grandmother used. That stuff is trash. But keep something special. So all you gotta do is keep special things. Special things. Let's see if I can find. It's probably up on this table somewhere, but my table's a little cluttered right now. But I have a little dish that was Mother's that I kept. I have an iron skillet that was my grandmother's. It's really a griddle. I have a bowl that was my great-grandmother's. So, you don't have to keep a lot of things, and just let them go. You'll eventually be ready. But if you use them, you don't have to get rid of them. But bless someone else with them. Maybe somebody else in the family wants them. Let's see what we got here. Here comes Tulip. Y'all want to see how big Tulip is? Hey, girl, come here. Come here, Tulip. Come here. Come here. She's getting big. Look at this puppy. She's getting big. Uh-oh, I'm getting puppy kisses. Hey, look here. Look. microphone off. We're back. But she is getting big. She is a sweet thing. She likes to curl up on the couch with me. And what kind of dog? We had Tulip DNA tested. She is 65% treeing Walker Hound, and she is 35% Australian Shepherd. So Missy tries to herd the cats. Yes, she does. She likes to herd the cats. It's the funniest thing. And the white cat thinks the little girl dog belongs to him. And so they sleep together. They play together. It's the funniest thing you have ever seen. They curl up together on the same pad. It is just hilarious. It's just like they belong to each other. Tips on self-motivating to get stuff done. Play games. Put on some fun music. Set a reward for yourself. Set your timer for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and then rest for 5 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 10 minutes. Just set your timer. That's a fun way to get so much stuff done you wouldn't believe it. Really and truly. If I set my timer for 15 minutes, and every 15 minutes I get up and do 2 minutes worth of stuff, that's 8 minutes in an hour. If I'm doing 8, that's an hour and 64 minutes of cleaning that I have done in an 8-hour day, 2 minutes at a time. If we spent 64 minutes every day cleaning, our houses would be immaculate. Let's see, any more questions? It's about the time to quit. I'll get this posted up on Facebook, on our YouTube page, and we have a new section on our website for those of you who are new to watching us. It's called FlyLady Live, and this video podcast will go up there so you can see it and all the other weeks. How to organize with boxes or tubs. Well, I only use boxes and tubs for seasonal decorations, and you can color code them. You can get, red ones for Valentine's Day, and red ones for Christmas, or green ones for Christmas, and orange ones for Halloween, and then orange ones could be for, you got to label things, but I like color codes too. And it is just going to be your storage section of your house is going to look beautiful, and you're going to have it all labeled where you can find things, and you're not going to be pulling out so much stuff because you can find where they actually are. And then I use wicker baskets and all kinds of different things for storage, like drawers. So go to the dollar store and get you some little bins to put things in that are colorful, and your family's going to love it. You're going to love it. And be sure and label them. You might have to label them with a picture, but just label them. Now, let's see. Any more questions, everybody? Next week, we are in the kitchens. We have a full week in the kitchen, just like we've had a full week in the entrance of our home, which is unusual for us this week. We're going to get a lot of things done in that kitchen next week. The main thing is we've got to get rid of the clutter. My goal next week is for you to clear off your kitchen cabinets, clear off the surface of your kitchen cabinets. And then that way it's going to look cleaner because it's empty, actually empty. Let's see, how do I remind myself to use the timer? I always randomly remember to clean, but I forget to use the timer. Well, you don't have the timer right where you're sitting. I keep one right beside me. I keep one in the kitchen. And then our timers last forever. I've still got an original timer from 2001. You got to keep it around you. And once you start using it, the timer itself is going to remind you because it's going to go off. Now, you might want to set an alarm on your phone that tells you to start using your timer every morning. Isn't that a fun way to do? Set an alarm on your phone, and it's going to say, start using your timer. And use it. Use your timer, because You're going to get so much stuff done, you're not going to be able to believe it. That in so little time, so much stuff got done. It'll work if you'll just do it. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll be here next Thursday, if not making other videos. So post some ideas on what videos you want to see. We'll put them together and we'll have fun doing it, because that's what we live for. We have to make it fun. If we make it fun, it'll get done. See you next week. And y'all set that timer and have some fun. I love you all. Mwah. Sorry it was this way instead of that way. But hey, we got it done, didn't we? See you later.